So it has started. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Zama. I go by the name of the African Queen, wearing an African crown. Yes, I am back on your screens today with a different topic. Well, this has been in my mind for quite some time now, and I just thought I should actually share it with everyone who's actually following me. And it has been a hectic month. It has been it's been difficult times for almost everyone, basically because of the pandemic, and with all that has been happening around, we've lost so many people. Sorry guys, I'm just using a natural light. So I don't know. Well, I guess if this is because I can see that this light is like it's actually becoming blurry. But in any case, yeah, as I was explaining, that it has been difficult for everyone, and we've lost so many people that we love, that are close to our hearts. My topic today is we grieve differently, and which is true, because I'm not a person who normally cries, and I used to think that, like, people used to think that I'm heartless and I don't feel pain. And I think that actually came from I'm actually the oldest at home, and I've actually been taking or trying to protect everyone. So, well, I guess that's how I never showed how I really feel, and mourn how most people do. So yeah, I've actually been taking and trying to protect or being strong for everyone. That's how I can actually explain it. So a month ago, I lost a friend, a very close friend, actually a colleague, a very close colleague to me. And well, that's when I discovered that hiding things inside, in the long run, you one gets to break and blow up like a bomb or something. But yeah, so well, when I lost my friend, like, I'm still hurting. It still hurts, because today is the 28th of August. He passed on the 28th of July. Yeah, as I've actually explained, that it's a close friend, a very close colleague, and I didn't know that I could actually be so hurt and could cry so much for a person that is not even family. But I realized that family is not only by blood, but or by what? Yeah, I can just put it as by blood, but family is people that you meet, and you can be close, and you can relate. So basically, I've lost both my parents, and I've never cried so hard. I think when I lost my friend Odo, it actually everything just came back, like everything, because it was actually a shock. Like my friend had a car accident. He died on a car accident, and it was a shock for everyone, like on everyone. It was just like we were not ready. We were not ready. Like with the death, I understand. It always comes as a shock. However, there are times where you see a person suffering from sickness or whatever the case might be, and sometimes we pray for a person to get better, but if they are suffering a lot, we actually sometimes pray to God that and allow ourselves to actually, to understand, okay, fine, this person has been going through so much pain, but then in a point of a situation that a person maybe was murdered, or a person was involved in a car accident, then it's actually a different case, because this is like it's actually a brutal shock. So I've met this guy, or this friend of mine, 5 months, I would say 6 months ago, and we've worked together. A generous person, kind person, honest person. We will talk about everything. Like I remember one day we were discussing where does pain come from, issues like how do you express how you feel, and I did not understand where were those questions coming from. And like I remember him asking me questions like, what makes you happy, what makes you excited, what makes you feel completely in love with a person. Basically, I don't think that was personally, but that was personal, but it's only now that I realize that those questions came from a really good part, or a really good heart, because I've never cried so much. I've never, I'm not a person who cries in front of people, and I don't expect people to judge me for that, but this is who I am. But in any case, when I lost this friend, I cried. The whole 2 weeks, I literally cried. I cried my tears out. And I think now when I sit down and look back, I still cry even today, because I miss him so much. And as much as I miss him, I miss the things that we used to discuss. I miss the laughter. I miss the SMSs that he will actually send. I miss the phone calls. I just miss everything. Mind you, we've only spent 5 months, and that 5 months had so much impact. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about him. I've learned a lot about how to treat the next person, and how to get to communicate with other people, to channel with other people. I've learned a lot from my friend, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because we sometimes not talk about how we really feel, and I think we owe it to ourselves to be honest with ourselves first before we become honest to others. So it's very important to be honest with yourself, because so many times people would ask me, how are you? And at that moment, knowing for a fact that I'm not okay, but I would lie and say I am fine, knowing very well that I'm not fine. I'm dealing with a lot. I'm not dealing with a lot as such, but then I've just lost a very close friend, and in me dealing with and trying to heal from that pain, I lie when a person asks me, would say, how am I feeling about, not even about the situation, but at that point, or but I've realized that it's part of the process. It's part of the healing process. Healing processes are very different. One day I will wake up okay, and then throughout the day, then I will actually remember that, oh, by the way, this person has left, or this person is gone. And there was a point where I actually blamed myself for his death, whereas it wasn't my fault. But the day that he passed on, we were supposed to meet at the office, and I felt like if I had made time to meet up with him, because I cancelled for us to meet because I had an emergency to attend, and we ended up not meeting. So basically I postponed our meeting for next time, not knowing that there would be no next time. And his message, that like in one of the messages that he sent, he was like, no, we won't be able to meet, or that, I don't know, I think it was, that's not gonna happen, but he actually wrote something like that. But then I was like, I know I will meet him next time, not knowing that there will be no next time. And the reason why I blamed myself was, should have I made time to meet up with him, he would had not drove to where he drove, and actually got an accident. So many times I've blamed myself, and I guess that is part of grieving, that is part of a healing process, because we just don't expect these things. We just don't know when are they going to happen. And for me, it was so much painful, because the last day I saw him, we spoke about what is God, like he was asking me questions like, do I pray, do I believe in God, what do I pray for, do I think the things that I pray for do get answered. And then the last word, or the last part in that conversation was like, I pray for you. I pray for people that are close to my heart. And for me, I felt so much special to be part of his prayers, and to be introduced to such a wonderful soul, because Odwa touched so many hearts, and the short space of time that I've spent with him meant a lot. The short space of time that we've spent together was out of this world. So for me, at this point of time, I'd like to so as I was saying before I got interrupted by a call, we need to allow ourselves to breathe. We need to allow ourselves to feel the pain, because these are human beings, and these are the people that we actually meet and get to know them in a different way, get to know them, get to live with them in our daily basis. So if their lives are being cut short, we need to allow ourselves to feel the pain. We need to allow ourselves to mourn them, because they've been in our space for quite some time. And as we grieve, this is something that I've learned in a very short space of time. I never understood why, I never understood how, I never understood the meaning of it. Whereas I've lost so many people in my life, and I never got to express how I really feel, or how I really felt when I've actually lost those people. But this time specifically, I just cried. I cried my lungs out, and it was a good cry, because now I can actually speak about it, and I think it's part of the healing process. And I really needed to put it out there, and I really needed to express how I really feel about it. I'm still in so much pain. I miss my friend so much. I know for a fact that, like, he would have called me by now and be like, how does your weekend look like? Are you available? Can I come and see you? You know, those were part of our daily conversations, and for me to deal with it every day, it's really hard. And I remember I was crying the other day. A friend of mine was like, "No, you're gonna be okay. It's part of life, but you mustn't cry so much, because you're putting strain on him." And guys, I think we deal with these issues differently, and I felt, for me, if I cry about it, and if I cry to express how I feel about it, it actually will help me to heal in the long run, or not to even make sense out of the situation, but crying and expressing how you feel does help the healing process. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but yeah. in a grieving process, I feel like people should just express how they feel. Cry if they want to cry, as much as you want to. Just let it all out. Just let it all out. Well, that is my 2 cents, and I hope my friend is resting in peace. It was a shock, and I wasn't expecting it. Nobody was expecting it in any case. I pray for his family because I remember his last words were like, I pray for everyone that is close to my heart. I pray for you. Well, that meant a lot to me because I never thought I could be so much special in someone's life, and he was a good friend, a person who actually would make coffee for me in the office, bring coffee for me, we'll actually spend lunchtime together, share lunch, our lunch boxes. Well, he never used to bring lunch, but like whenever we actually share lunchtime, he will make sure that we both have lunch. As much as we were working from home most of the time, but he will make sure that whenever he goes to the office, he will actually invite me to come through. So there was a time where he was like, on his last days, please come to the office, I would just want to see you. Those messages where he would be like, hey Zama, when are you planning to go to the office? I miss you so much. Like, I never thought like I will actually bring so much impact to someone's life, and he actually brought so much joy to our hearts, so much joy to our lives. As a colleague, he brought so much light, I would say. I just didn't want to be emotional on this video, but in any case, that's how it is. I'll miss you. I'll miss you. You've been a great person. That's what I can say. This is not a tribute or something, but it's me expressing how I feel, and you'll always be in our hearts. You'll always be in my heart specifically. I just thought I should pause that. But in any case, as I've said before, we grieve differently, we mourn differently, but it is very important to express how you feel. Express how you feel about the situation at all times, and never forget to tell people that you love, that you will love them no matter how much yeah, this is very emotional. Never forget to tell people that you love, that you will love them no matter how hard their truth is, but you will love them. That's why. But in any case, I think that will be my cue, and thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I love you guys. I just love you. Thank you very much.